Alright, who's ready for a big old water snake?
Wahoo!
We had 2 of them in 14. 3 if you count the extra head. Had, you know, a rather lackluster one in 15. So you know what? It makes sense that we have another one in 16. Did 13 have Leviathan? Did 13... No, 13 did have some. Did 13 have Leviathan? Do you know?
I don't think so.
No, bad game. Didn't have a snake.
I mean, it might have been a 13-2. Maybe. I didn't play 13-2.
Unmarked. Well, how am I supposed to know what this is? It can't possibly be the thing I was told about. Sid, I shall not waste time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hands. Journey to the Vale in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. Well, not yet.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me.
I watched the skies turn pink, Clive.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
Why'd you bring this guy here?
What is it this time? I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time.
It's like the one person is like, nah, don't write it. The dame sent it. Damn it.
If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty
That means there's been like 3 dominants of water since then, and just like, nah, I'm good. Just gonna stay here.
I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over
Oh, no, wait, that's right. It's like
should the dominant
weirdly
of Water's
hereditary.
bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time.
Or a better time.
Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there
Oh, I
is still
guess.
one to be
I
had,
guess so.
they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
Okay, I guess that's right.
This will be at war again.
Yeah.
Just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
So clearly we need to mark them as an outlaw, and then no nation will want them ever.
In person, and that the Veil can arrange a
I
meeting.
guess.
I mean, no one's coming after us. There's 3 dominants right here, and not a single person has been like, we are trying to recruit you for our cause.
Famous last words.
We just need to mark them as one
I'm
of our
coming with
outlaws,
you.
and no one ever bothers them again.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you.
No one's gonna go after part of the crew that's destroyed all the crystals, because clearly they don't care.
I'll keep an eye on things here.
At least in the eyes of the nations.
Didn't fancy coming anyway.
They know if they try anything, they'll
Thank you.
fucking die.
Leave the invincible in your capable hands.
Fucking dead.
Yeah, let's pick a fight with the guy who can turn into a freak.
I just All I did was accept the quest. Oh, excuse me. Where am I going? That's right. So, like, imagine being the dominant of water and just getting real bad seasickness.
Yeah.
Imagine being a seasick Leviathan dominant.
Yeah.
The garrison said they take another 100.
To the veil it is then.
Monty actually has a a character in
One Monty
campaign
Blue.
2. Yeah.
Runner of the Unexpectables and Unexpectables 2, who I think are now called the Reclaimers.
Yes, they are now called the Reclaimers. At least in campaign 2.
But enough talk.
How about we?
But she has one of the 4 pirate lords.
Landlocked pirate lord.
I'm looking
No, she actually has land sickness.
I like that. That's
So she is, yeah, so she is, I think, an air ganassi or something. And she has what would be akin...
this person's spicy.
Mhm.
we're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
I go on.
What you do with your time is
Oh, I
up to
didn't want to
you.
cut off the dialogue.
The price is still the same.
What if I told you my name was Sid?
We're here about the letter.
The letter? We never sent a letter.
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
She's like, damn, I wanted to see that chest.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically,
Man, woman, height, skin tone.
Location,
What are we looking for?
north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
and that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of
Yeah,
yours
we
to
took care of
hand.
him for a few quests.
Mhm.
Alright, so about this air ganassi.
Does
Yeah,
anyone else
so,
think it's strange that
she,
this woman should prefer to keep to the outside
has the
of town?
symptoms of, you know, what you would call seasickness anytime she is on land.
And the danger it puts her in.
And of course, she had to be at one of the meetings that was kind of a little bit tied to the plot. So she was not happy with the party that she was sort of friends with before that. So I thought that was, you know, obviously a little interesting of a pirate-like character who loves being out in the ocean, but they have literal land seasickness.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna point this out. I know in the playthrough I pointed this out, like, that thing
Yeah.
over there, you know, that isn't, you know, anywhere that we can get to.
Yes.
Make sure where yeah, it's like over here somewhere.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's gonna come into play. It's like
Probably.
that's a thing. 100%.
That is the thing.
Alright, here we go. I was picturing this air ganassi just like
The tent is where the
Natsu
would be.
from Fairy Tail, just like
Yes.
Yeah.
Awaits us inside.
Yeah, exactly.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
bandits arrive.
Bandits.
What is a boat? I'm sorry, a skiff.
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 A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
And to be honest, like, kind of impressive mooring it down there.
Yeah.
A fire. Obviously, someone's been here recently. It's still smoking.
The embers are still warm.
Like eats one.
You're
Oh.
Sid.
But definitely not the dominant.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final
The
haven
thing!
of the Morts.
The
of
thing.
Water.
Happy to see Mysidia brought back.
Moats of water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair.
All right, well that part checks out.
Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished,
Exploded.
was exterminated.
Drowned.
Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive.
What accent is that? I feel like I recognize it, but I couldn't tell you what it
Rieger's
was.
faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
I feel like it's like
That
one of the
wave out there.
one of the accents
do you
in
know of
Europe.
Yeah, it's
obviously,
definitely
for sure.
European. Yeah, see, I knew it.
Surge.
I
that it's been there
called
all
it
the time.
when we were playing this game for the first
Yeah.
time.
The
No
fall of
DLC.
Drake's Eye
Knew it.
almost a century ago. Some claim the
And
two
check
are
the footage.
connected,
I know I
but
said something on
none
that
can
footage.
Speak with any certainty.
And if I didn't, I'm sad.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
Ah, yes,
And
sealed
you
the
want
dominant.
us to.
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular
Ah,
knack for putting
so now I
unruly
understand why we
dominants
fight.
in their place.
I've been told ahead of time that we
And ours is about as
fight this
unruly as
dominant,
they get.
but
For
I
years,
that
see.
it's not a
we've
great
searched
fight.
for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do
Like,
to warrant this punishment?
this fight was annoying
What did he
enough that
do?
people stopped playing on
He
Final
committed
Fantasy
the
mode and dropped it
greatest
down to
crime one
easy
of his kind.
to get past it.
He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well.
So theoretically, in a
Far-fetched
world
though your
without
tale may seem,
magic, would a
something
dominant
tells
still
me
be
you
born?
speak in earnest. So we will
At
do
all?
what we can for your dominant.
Probably not.
But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
If it doesn't have Mysidia's theme, I'm going to be very sad. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, 16. Yeah, see, it's on the map now.
It's on the map now.
That was close. I was like saying it was like right around here. I was literally saying it was right around here, and I was just like, oh, this is where it is. It's like right there.
Yes.
Hard to guess.
Learn
right?
your geography.
Well, I was close. It was right here. At least it wasn't like up here or something.
Can't believe you don't know how to read a map.
Also, I'm like desperately hoping I fix the audio issues. I did a bunch of test recordings and it seems good, but you know, despite my best efforts, every time I think it seems good, it's just like something else comes up.
Yeah.
Dude, look, that looks
Right,
awesome.
you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
The Devil's Road?
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
Ah, newbies.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is
Where?
that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you?
Ah, so it's part of the glamour.
Ours just
Okay.
happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm getting that real quick.
Yeah. The tides, they rise.
Look, finding PNGs for thumbnails is hard, alright? If the
Yep.
game's gonna give me one, I'm gonna grab it. It's not Steam, so I can't just press a button and you
that
guys don't know.
concludes our little voyage. We're here.
Every so often, like I flop back and forth. Because like sometimes I really like it when the game pauses and I try to take a screenshot. Other times I'm like, no, I want it to keep going so I can still listen to it while I'm taking the screenshot.
Yeah.
I lean towards the side of I like when it pauses. Because that means like if I can press the button quick enough, I can get the shot.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Would you call it an ordeal?
Maybe.
Up the mountain
Just cliffs.
to where something is sealed?
We're not at a mountain yet. Calm down.
I can dream.
We don't even know if Mysidia was blown up.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Ah!
Of course it is.
Mountain. She said it. Alright, so I found out something really fun. Ignition finishes its momentum whether I let go of the button or not. So it's definitely very risk or reward. So that's fun.
I see.
I may swap it back to Scarlet Cyclone.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
I love he was like, that's just the bro moment there. It's like, don't worry,
Yeah.
I don't have any aliases. It's like, oh, is that so? Calls him out on his bullshit.
Yeah.
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Yeah, we don't need a greedy warrior. We got enough of those in 14.
You already heal enough.
Yeah.
Ow.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Uh-huh.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
What?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Do you just assume that everywhere just hates
Took a long
bears,
wait.
you know, including the people who sealed themselves away. That's right. You have like the incredibly long recoil if you're not in. Hi, guy.
Hi, guy.
I don't remember if there's like a launch ability or not that like launches you into the air.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like I can jump, but
We're almost at the summit.
like the one thing it's missing.
There, you'll have a better
Oh no,
view
you
of
can
our
use Garuda on large enemies and it just launches you up instead. That's right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
But still, you need to
Few
manually
have ever set eyes on what I'm
jump
about
in the
to
middle of
show
your
you,
combo after
just so
a
you
thing
know.
that launches.
This is not what I expected.
Play the theme.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
That's not the theme. Okay, no, we're not in the town yet. Also, you know, giant ominous laser.
Wheel, 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 wheel,
It's been
wheel.
a long time since I saw the north looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but
Save
it's
it
been
for
a
the
long
town.
journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here. If you'd care to
All
accompany
right, that looks
me.
like a pathway. If it's not called the Devil's
Let's
Road,
get
I will also
ourselves
be
in front
sad
of
there
the
too.
fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
We have primo opportunities for FF4 references. I expect them to be used,
No.
but also play FF4 if you haven't. It's very good. I recommend either the DS or the Steam version,
it's
the 3D one.
beautiful. Shula,
And we aim to keep it that way.
Deer enemies? Regular deer? Regular deer. I'm always hesitant because it's like sometimes it's like, oh, they're just normal things, right? And then they attack you.
Yeah.
are
This
those
game's pretty-
stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour.
Yeah, this game's been
Steer
pretty
well clear.
consistent on what attacks you though. Like if it looks like it's going to attack you, it's probably going to.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like that. Shit, they have health bars and everything.
Man, good job all four of you taking out that other one wolf.
If
Also
the
activated
surge
a
was an act of
little
rage,
bit of my
One
claw to
wonders what prompted it.
hold the charge and do Garuda at the same time.
The claw.
The claw. Let's see. Can we see anything? Doesn't look like there's anything like down there other than like the one wave. I don't see any like buildings or anything. Like there's that over there, but that may not be anything.
Yeah.
There's that. Oh, that's a river. Okay. I saw it glistening. I was like, oh, maybe that's the thing. No, it's the river.
The wowed.
Also, I am glad I grinded to level 100.
Yeah.
The Widowmaker!
Wow, the new Overwatch patch looks crazy. Can't believe they fixed the game.
Change genres too? Like, hell yeah. do its thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll get more crafting out of this one.
Maybe.
It's like Omega had like nothing. Also, I'm not uploading Omega. The audio quality sounded awful, and there wasn't really a lot there. It's good. I liked playing that DLC. It was more gameplay and less story.
Crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay.
Yeah, and clear view of the bay where the giant monster is. That's a great idea, Joshua. We'll get right on that next time. All right, there's the side path. What happens when I go this way? Do I have...
You explode.
anything fun over here that I can get ahead of time? I said it many times before, I would kill to have L3 be sprint. Like...
Well, too bad. You're gonna have to keep that knife to yourself.
Like, L3 doesn't do anything in this game, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Like, if you press it and R3 together, it does something, but, you know, R3 is also bound to, you know, center the camera, so, you know.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
The tributary? Not the tributary? Boo, it's not the theme. It's fine. I'm just sad. I'm just sad.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties.
I'm glad one of them went, look at the size of that
Give my
dog.
people their curiosity.
Yeah.
We don't get many visitors.
Man, look at the size of his tits. They're huge. They're as big as me head.
Extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account.
Yeah, how about we hear the truth?
Ours.
Instead of the people who have lied to us for, you know, hundreds of years.
That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Alright, any shops? Get the foundry, the stores, Minwoo's Cup. Minwoo's another name I recognize. I believe that's from 2. Thought you were gonna like block our way. You were like perfectly positioned to do so.
Just you stay away from that temple. Do you hear me?
I heard you the first time.
So what's over there? Should I stay away from the temple?
Yes, you specifically. Especially.
Especially you, outsider.
He's coming over here. What do we do? I don't know. Just look busy.
scaring me when my manager's walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Not working right now, but that's definitely like the quick look busy.
Look, that one's got a black cape. Do you think he's the leader?
I love the idle dialogue. It's like, oh, he's got a cape. Look at the dog. Doesn't look like we can actually interact with anything yet.
How long do you think this bridge has been stood?
Any? Oh, there's Chocobo. Okay, so they do have them.
Did you hear that, girl?
No, it does not seem like there's anything interactable, which means there's no reason to not just go directly there. Like, I don't even see any item pickups. Oh, yeah, I forgot how sucky my jump is out of combat. Eh. 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 Alright, so you're gonna make me open another door.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've
So, like,
dedicated our
imagine, like, all the
lives to
magic
maintaining
disappears
the
from the
glamour that
world,
conceals
and,
us.
like, that barrier goes away because of it, so everyone's like, what the f-
Us
When'd that get
and
there?
Walius.
Yeah.
This man, Walius, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walius is still a baby.
What? I was gonna joke, it was just some 5-year-old imprisoned in the
Forgive
thing,
me.
but...
But you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walius was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses.
Oh, okay, so
Sadly
it
for
wasn't
them,
Leviathan,
the
it was
icon
everyone
sensed
else.
their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village. If my
The giant
ancestors
water snake was
hadn't
smarter than they
stopped
thought it would be.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Alright, so explains why the Dominant was lost. Explains why we've never seen it.
I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
I don't like the choice of words there. I don't like the word
Then let us be
endure as a
off.
baby.
Yeah.
There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the surge.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
Alright, can we buy stuff now?
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
It's... another seal! We have another merit badge!
seal.
Kind.
More
I
Badjo.
look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse
no.
lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find
Oh,
what you
no.
need there.
And more questo.
More quests! I thought we were free!
Nope. Million years side quest.
A million years plus side quests. That means they're important. Oh no. Alright, let's see what these ones entail. What do these ones give us?
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
No.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift...
I'm not sure what I'm
better
if
coming
I'm
from
picking
you?
up what you're putting down.
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so
I
grateful.
mean, I guess you do have a big old plus above your head, so yeah.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called. We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You
I
don't
see.
need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on
Alright,
with.
so basic fetch quest.
2 basketfuls it is.
And we get there, they're like, oh, well, we'd love to give you more, but
We don't have enough for 2 basketfuls. You'll have to go down to the riverside and pick them yourself, or there's a lot of monsters you've got to fight.
yeah. Or we'd be inclined to, but we need more baskets, so we need some material to make more baskets.
I'm not arguing.
I'll tell you what, you can get the material for a new basket if you go down to the riverside and fight the giant crocodile that's down there. We call them the basket croc.
More like a crock of shit.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
Squirm?
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
An old fool Pavart may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I'm
Is
glad to
this
hear it.
is this just like
Thank you.
the wife's inroad of like, look, he's really stubborn, but if you give him some flowers, he'll let you do business. I wonder if that's what this is. I'm starting to get the feeling.
Yeah.
Welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have 1, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts.
So what's the other reason?
Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
So there's potentially other places where those flowers are.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls.
What? That's right, they added this. God, they added this. After completing the main objectives and quests, you may be given the option to quick travel to the quest's final destination.
Time to visit Pavat.
That is a really long wait time.
Yeah,
I wonder if I can get there before it goes away. Probably.
probably.
Absolutely. Alright, I would like to hand you these flowers in exchange for your services.
For goods and services rendered.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
Hand over flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
You are doing a terrible job at hiding.
Me?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the two of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me.
Wow.
I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders.
Oh, okay. He wasn't just being stubborn.
What I was planning to do, with or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are, acquainted.
Yeah.
So if there's outsiders,
Acquainted.
just bring us the materials,
Acquainted.
All right.
Looks at her acquainted.
And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like, here we are,
Pattern
looks
2 was
directly
left
at
by
her.
our ancestors.
Acquainted. Looks back.
Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course.
Were they far enough along to avoid the
always been with us,
knockback?
growing in our banks.
Were they close enough? Are you still allowed to be on the
Get back to
platform?
work. If you need something
How
crafted,
precise is
let
your
me know.
how precise does your placement need to be?
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Is there a
Wasn't
cast
it
bar? Does it just show up? Is there a cast bar and you just forget that's what it is and have your friend fall off because you forgot?
Wahoo.
Enhances Titan's iconic feat, Titanic Block, making it capable to block attacks from behind while restoring a small amount of the HP regain. Ooh,
Weird.
interesting. Alright, but I don't want to use that one, so. Can I make anything new? Do you have anything new fun?
What is it you want?
No.
No.
No. Suffer.
I can't help but like hear Vanitas. Suffer.
A good
Yeah.
side to you.
Alright, let me guess, you're gonna open the shop. Which we should also do.
Where in the... Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you?
How many
If you're after
leagues?
something from the storehouse...
Under the sea?
Were they under? Yeah, were they under the sea?
For the good thing. Not that would fleece you or anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Were they the
That,
justice kind?
She might not be able to get
Lawful,
down for
you would
for a
say?
bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory.
They weren't
It should have been my daughter's
legends,
job,
were they?
really, but to make herself scarce. Ah, the heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Maybe they were heroes.
No. That's not an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Was it also tag?
Of course not.
Was it like a tag game? Were you playing tag?
I hope not. But I've scoured the
With a
entire
really
country.
odd name?
Can't help thinking
Name that
there
didn't
might
make
be going on.
sense?
Did it have an X instead of a C?
Is this Kingdom Hearts now? There's an X?
I'm getting especially when you heard you lot were on you. Outsiders. You should have
Oh
said
man,
little lies like,
it's got an X. He's watching us now.
Oh, if she wanted to keep you alive, should have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him.
So what's happening?
I don't know.
What's
I was
happening?
about to say, I'm sure he has nice dialogue, but
What's happening? I was leagues away.
we both were leagues away. So many leagues.
Approximately 10,000. I think his I think his daughters run away because she was excited. I don't know. Keeper, what are we doing?
You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka. I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Got tears in my eyes.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time.
She scattered as soon as she saw your shirt. Shirt's hanging on for dear life.
What that? Safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village.
She's like, holy shit, that man needs a new shirt. I better get the fabric for it.
Yeah. It's red.
Hold on,
It needs
just
to be blue.
It's just like in like where like that little fabric on the white. Just like Photoshop. Like this is what I want, right? When this game comes to PC, I want someone to make a mod. You know where I'm going with this already.
Yeah.
on that fabric, instead of that string, I just want it to be a little tiny Spider-Man just holding the shirt.
Don't worry, I'm sure people will get on that.
That's all I want.
This must be the path.
Yeah, like halfway through, you were like, "Oh, I've got it."
As soon as you said the white part, I'm like, I understand immediately. You're like, on his shirt, the white part.
Specifically the white part.
Here either.
Hi, curious child.
Hello, curious child.
It's you. I've been looking everywhere for you.
You're looking in the
I
wrong
was in
spot.
town.
I was in the town.
You know my name. Can you lot read minds?
No.
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
I was in the town.
You found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Better that you don't. It sucks.
Everything might be a stretch.
Also, we don't have that much time. That's a pretty short walk.
A short hike, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10
Daddy.
times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers.
What are you feeling this
castles.
child's mind with?
To think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
All right.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? I reckon you've made
It's
a
just
good
like,
first impression.
what are the people on the wall like?
One she's ever met.
Like, or what are the city? What are these towns
There you
like?
are.
They're called cities.
The
Why are
rest
they
of the
called
world
cities? I don't know.
can't know we're here.
Why don't you know? I don't
So we'll
know.
have to be very careful who we're letting in and out.
She's just the Y child.
The
A few of
Y.
us
Oh
might make
God.
the occasional trip
But
to show
why?
surprise, but for the most part, we make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Whenever I have a
Yes.
kid, they're definitely going to be a
He built
Y
on top of
child,
the
and
old
I'm going
ruins.
to tear my hair out.
Yeah.
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one
Luckily, I
thing
think
we don't
it's
have to worry
more or
about.
less a phase.
It's
Oh, it
everything else
absolutely
that's
is,
the
but
problem.
I'm going to hate every
Medicines,
second of it.
Metals for tool making,
Yeah.
anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside.
So I have two options: put up with it, or answer their questions so in detail that their eyes roll back into their head, and they're just like,
Yeah.
Explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back. My wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases. So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse.
I
strings
have a
loose.
lot of Gil. As you can see, I have a lot of it. 1.67 million, to be precise. Alright, let's see what the stores have. Probably the same stuff as, you know, everything else, but
Yeah.
maybe they have some orchestrions that I can buy and never listen to.
Well,
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us. Anyway, now we've got the This is all we have.
Better equipment!
well.
May it serve you well. Here you are.
Here you are!
May it serve you well.
She sounds so sad!
Yeah.
Like I'm buying her a child or something. May she serve you well.
This is all we have.
Well,
What do you think the tributary sees in those outsiders?
Enough to welcome them into our midst. And so we must do the same.
Unreformed skeptic. Alright, but you know what? That concludes it for this part. Maybe we won't get side quests dumped again. God, that playthrough would have been like 10 episodes longer if I'd done all the quests on recording. Not all of them were that exciting. Some of them were fun, but yeah. We'll see you guys next time on this thing that we're recording.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.